Good day, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Welcome to part 5 of some Elite Dangerous gameplay. I don't know how much on a regular basis I'm going to do this, but today I felt like playing Elite Dangerous on my Monday. Not really scheduled myself to do streams on today, but I felt like streaming and felt like playing this, so here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. And as soon as I get my phone settings to stay, my screen to stay awake for 30 minutes, I'm going to share this gameplay. That's my new, also that is my new Type 9 Heavy. And I'm currently floating out in space. Copy link. Alright. I may not stream for very long because I'm going to be out there probably for a few hours, mining some painite, making some money. Yeah, 7 years ago. I was looking at old memory photos on Facebook. My sister-in-law got married 7 years ago. Gotta love YouTube. They know how to do a thumbnail. Sarcastically speaking, of course. What are you doing, handsome man? All right. My dog being a drama dog behind me. I wonder if I can give my guy spiky hair, because I was originally going to give him, making him look like Walter White, but I'll have to look at that later, here in a little bit. None of my friends are on right now. I don't know why I'm... Contrail reputation change. No. My reputation status with Contrail has been raised to cordial. You should keep completing successful operations within. Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. I still have yet to go. Todd McQuinn. I need to go see him. Fulfilled contract providing 100,000 credits worth of bounty vouchers. Looks like I still need to do some
scan detected.
Bounty vouchers. Carrying anything nice? Yeah, that's expected. No cargo, useless dreg. Ugh. Well, that's what I was waiting on, for the pirates to come by and scam me. Well, I'll have to do a screenshot later. Just remember that, because if I do a screenshot now, it's going to have my mug on the side there. It was a lot darker out here last night, around 10:30, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this tonight. I was tired and piling around in the dark.
Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone.
Where's my prospector drones? I think I forgot prospector drones. Fudge. I think I did. Let me move my D scanner to another tab.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Retracted, yes.
Programming limpet drone.
Programming limpet drones. Yes. Programming them. Alright. Fudge. I think I forgot a module to put on my ship. I sure did. Let's see. Type 9. Mining build. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. What? What? Collector limpets. Yep, son of a biscuit. I gotta get a damn prospector limpet. Well, shit. Looks like I'm headed back to guess I head to maybe LHS 215. It's about 8 jumps. That's about how long it took me to get here. Man, I was tired yesterday. Man, I had the build done last week, but I just kind of tried to copy everything that was off my T7, but show you my guys, my baby. Once you get out of the shadow of the asteroids. Prospector drones falling behind me. Her name is Mrs. Frizzles from the Magic School Bus. Ship tag is DJ-77. DJ for me and the year I was born, obviously. It's a pretty looking ship, in my opinion. Joystick is screwing up for some reason. I got Marina Sirtis, who played Counselor Deanna Troi in Star Trek Generation, voicing my computer in my ship. Very awesome indeed. I love that. Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thank you, Deanna. Man. Alright. Let's text my wife real quick while I was in transit. Fuel scooping.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let it cool down a little bit. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh no. Fuel scooping.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Freaking ring just went off. I think my wife has just been boozed. Let me be right back. Let me get something off the porch. And there goes my ship swirling. Hello and welcome. My ship is spinning to the left because my joystick is acting weird. Let me tell my wife that she's just been boozed. She's in this community page on Facebook where with a bunch of ladies and they just booze each other. They go and buy like little spirits and knickknacks and alcohol and different sorts, whatever, and stuff that doesn't cost that much, and go out and booze random local women. All right. Back to the game. My silly butt went out to mine some painite in this system I just left. And I forgot one important module on my ship. And I must have been tired when I did the build because I totally forgot it.
Fuel scooping.
I forgot the prospector mine, limpet. Forgot it. Forgot to install it. So I flew out to this system last night, and I was just too tired to even mine. I was like, no, I'm going to bed. Otherwise, I'm going to fall asleep here in the chair and wake up and my ship be crashing into an asteroid or something. Well, I would have realized it right away that I forgot something very important. Yeah, that should be enough. I'm not that bad on fuel.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
How are we doing this Monday morning? Yep, still morning here in the States anyway.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm doing pretty good for the most part. Flying a big Type 9 heavy.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping. Scooping the fuel.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
One thing I noticed on my ship, I don't know if other players have ever noticed when flying a Type 9 Heavy, when you're flying this thing, if you ever look at your shoulder and the chair kind of bouncing around like you're driving a semi 18-wheeler truck on the road or something. The chair's just very little bit, just very subtle. And my ship's going off to the left again. Wasn't doing this the other day. See how I let go? It does that. I hadn't did this in a while.
Frameshift drive charging.
I have it plugged directly into my console too. A while back I had it plugged into a USB port extender thing, and it was doing it all the time. I'm playing with a Thrustmaster joystick. I tried getting used to the controller playing this game. It's too complicated for me. Needed something a bit easier.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping. Let's do the honk. I forgot to do that earlier. Oh well.
System scan complete.
Thank you, Deanna. Or Marina.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Oh no. This thing cannot take the heat for its huge size.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I'm going to circle back around, do a flyby fuel scoop. Just one time, and then we'll jump to the next system. Man. I never encountered the Thargoids before, the alien race out in this game. So last night in my Diamondback Explorer, built just for exploration, went out to a system near the Maya system where the Thargoids live, and I found a unknown source, threat level 3, the lowest I could find.
Fuel scooping.
There was 2 small Xeno ships, and man, they started attacking me like white on rice. I got out of there, but my ship was not built for Thargoid interaction. And I didn't get too far after that, because my hull was being eaten away by their corruption lasers or whatever they have. It was...
Scooping complete.
I tried to get to the closest station quickly, but I did not make it. But I wasted around 700,000 credits on that experience. I learned my lesson though. I ain't doing that again. I have to... Maybe I have a chieftain. Maybe get my chieftain built for some Thargoid interaction.
Frameshift drive charging.
Been... Ah. Don't get to the next system here. wonder if LHS 28 has anything. Instead of going all the way back to 215.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's see if this station, or this place has any.
System scan complete.
I forget where I left off yesterday. Guess we'll listen to this.
The Alliance. Diplomatic relations. The Federation. Alliance attitudes to the
Frameshift drive charging.
Federation vary sharply, depending on whether one is asking about the Federation's government or its citizenry. The government is seen as a hidebound relic, unable to arrest its slow decline into decadence. But the general populace are much more compassionately viewed. An Alliance citizen, proud of his or her own emancipation, is likely to have a rather condescending view of a federal citizen. They are characterized as ignorant dupes, kept satiated by mass-market entertainment and branded consumer
Fuel scooping.
goods. This is not seen as their fault, however. On the contrary, it is widely held that the Federation and the corporate barons deliberately keep the people in this
Fuel scoop disengaged.
a vile state. The Alliance is more interested in enticing federal systems to join its union, thereby winning the moral war,
Wow, 56
than
bodies.
exacting vengeance for the wrongs of the past. There has been too much violence already. The Empire. To the Alliance, the Empire is anathema. With its monolithic culture, veneration of opulence, disdain for human rights and tolerance of slavery, it could not be further from the Alliance's values of mutual respect and freedom from exploitation. Yet, for all
Let's go
this,
here.
many
See what they
Alliance
got.
members would rather deal with the Empire than the Federation. The common belief is that the Federation will always pretend to be something it is not. At least with the Empire, you know what you're dealing with. Most Alliance citizens view the emergence of a progressive movement within the Empire with cynicism. Everyone knows that the Empire is incapable of changing its ways. The whole imperial social model is an imitation of the past. But some in the Alliance nevertheless welcome the ascension of the first female emperor. The edifice may not be about to crumble, but such a profound change cannot be ignored.
Huh. Man, if my throttle was not, I'm not my throttle, but my stick was not pulling to the left like a bad alignment. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. The Guardians. That's going to be a very short introduction.
The Guardians. Introduction. The Guardians were a non-human race that occupied a large area of space several million years ago. At its height, the Guardian civilization was technologically superior to human civilization of the 33rd century, and occupied an area of roughly equivalent size. The Guardians endured as a spacefaring civilization for at least 8,000 years, before being destabilized by a lengthy civil war. The surviving Guardians were then destroyed by artificially intelligent machines of their own creation. The galaxy contains
That's
the
a close
ruins of
orbit.
dozens of Guardian settlements, and data logs recovered from these sites have allowed humanity to compile a remarkably detailed picture of Guardian society.
I want to start getting, I think they're called prismatic shields. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I could be wrong. Something like that. Prismatic shields. That's a close orbit around this planet. I'll have to look up how to get prismatic shields. Probably get them on my chieftain first, or maybe my Diamondback Explorer. It goes the furthest. But today I want to do some mining. It's boring, it's tedious, it's monotonous. Kind of like my job in real life. Very monotonous. I do security at a Kroger's. And I just stand there near the beer aisle and watch people. Make sure no one tries to steal anything. Occasionally I deal with panhandlers, petty thefts. But mostly it's just quiet. Stand there and stare at people. Stand there and stare at people all day.
Tango Hotel Echo. Observe docking reservation protocols. Submit a request before landing.
Oh no.
Request approved. Proceed to landing pad 39er. Automated docking assist is now in progress.
Turn my phone down. Check my email. I'm gonna have to go in my computer room and check my email because my phone's not updating.
Scan detected.
Of a third person, if you will, perspective of my ship flying around. This big old Goliath trying to squeeze through the mail slot. I don't know if they're going to have any Prospector limpets in here, but I hope so. I hope they do. If not, I'm going to have to go to LHS 215 and check there. Crap. What, handsome man? You've already been outside, baby. You've already been outside. You know? You can go outside again? Huh? Okay. My dog wants to go outside. Hang on, Jack.
Landing complete. Thrusters offline. Deploying ground.
I'll be right back, guys. Let my dog out. He's got to go potty, I guess. Or he's just bored. One or the other. Alright, big guy. There you go. Let me check my email real quick. Since my phone is being El Retado. Still haven't got it. I wonder if he has the right email. Interesting. Okay, coming back to my chair. Don't touch that dial, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Let's check out the outfitting. Or prospector limpet. Oh. Why can I not remove the cargo? I don't have anything in my cargo rack, I don't think. Oh, I got limpets in there. Great. I'm going to have to sell my limpets and then rebuy them. Man. I am on PS4, my friend. PS4. Advanced maintenance. What if I can sell these? Too bad I can't go the other way at the beginning and just go straight to 0. Currently sitting in my living room in front of my television. Okay. Now, I went out to a system last night, and I wasn't paying attention when I did the build on my ship, and forgot to get a prospector limpet module. There we go. Yep. Gotta go it the long way. Yeah, I forgot the prospector limpet. Went all the way out 8 jumps to do some painite mining last night. But then after I got there, I was just too damn tired to do anything. So I left it there and logged out.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Thank you, Deanna. Alright. Alright. Now I can actually go do some damn mining.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Clear for departure.
Great. Gertrude. Gertrude!
The Guardians.
You are clear to resume own navigation. Federal Flight Control signing off.
Early
Frameshift
history.
drive charging.
The Guardian Society originally consisted of groups of pack hunters who banded together for mutual protection before organizing themselves into clans. Even at this stage, the Guardians were highly intelligent. And they developed sophisticated hunting strategies that quickly saw them become their planet's apex predator. The Guardians' nascent civilization consisted of two discrete ethnic groups, one based primarily in the south of the planet and one in the north. As these groups expanded, they began to encroach on each other's territory, leading to a conflict that quickly blossomed into civil war. The Northern Clan, despite being the smaller of the two groups, overcame their enemy swiftly and with minimal bloodshed, bringing the entirety of the Guardian civilization under their leadership. In the centuries that followed, the Guardian Society developed rapidly.
Disengage.
Despite their warlike instincts,
Gonna get some more
the
coffee.
Guardians
Be right
possessed
back.
a remarkable capacity for collaboration
Won't take but a
and
moment.
compromise. Their willingness to defer immediate gains in favor of lasting societal benefits allowed them to establish a stable, mutually cooperative society that was to remain peaceful and prosperous for thousands of years.
Dang it. I kept hearing that sound, thought I was being interdicted or something. In a panic, I hit the wrong button on my keyboard. Not to, just gonna be a little full on my cup. All right, pour some cream in my coffee. You know that part, that time when your cell phone starts to die, when you've had it for a few years and it starts showing its age? Cool. I'm probably not gonna sit out here until it's completely full. I was in a Type 7 about a week or so ago with 192 capacity, and that alone took me like 2 or 3 hours and got around 150 million, or close to 150 million after I sold all that. Near a nearby system, the wrong system, RONG, was just a few jumps away from where I'm going.
Frameshift drive.
I haven't checked the market, but it should still be good. I was going to check it, but I didn't even. Got distracted. But anyway, my phone is starting to show its age. It's acting crazy. Gonna try and get me a new phone either this week or next week.
Fuel scooping.
I wish there was VR on the PS4. Maybe one day the technology will catch up with VR headsets and won't be so damn expensive.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Four more jumps. Stakely Terminal. I should have went there. Just because of the name. Stakely. It's got steak in the name.
Frameshift drive charging.
A single bin refinery. Probably not going to stream for too long. I don't know how many people who want to sit where they are and watch a person mine asteroids. It's like watching a bowling match or something. So.
Fuel scooping.
These Type 9s don't take heat very well compared to other ships. Starts heating up quick.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yeah, my Type 7 took the heat better.
Disengaged.
Took the heat better than this thing.
The Guardians. Technological era.
Frameshift drive charging.
Although the Guardian Society was in many ways a model of social equilibrium, the Guardians were nevertheless at the mercy of an insidious issue: overpopulation. As their civilization grew, and the amount of available land and resources dwindled, the Guardians set their sights on interplanetary colonization. By this time, the Guardians had developed a rudimentary form of space travel. As the pressures of overpopulation became more acute, the rate of technological progress accelerated, and the Guardians
Fuel scooping.
in perfect starships was soon supplanted by fast, powerful spacefaring vessels. In the centuries that followed, the Guardian civilization expanded rapidly, eventually coming to occupy a region equal to that inhabited by present-day humanity.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
The Guardian's next major development was the creation of an interstellar communications system known as the Monolith Network. In addition to functioning as a comprehensive cultural archive,
Frameshift drive charging.
the network allowed those connected to it to freely and instantaneously share knowledge and ideas. The connection to the network was dependent on the use of neural implants, and some of the Guardians were uneasy about this fusion of biological and non-biological.
That was quick.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I think I've listened to all this before. Yeah. Wow, this one's long.
Individuals: Aidan Tanner.
Frameshift drive charging.
Our species has been banding together to fight the outsider since we lived in caves. We stand against the lawless, the invaders, and the monsters. And we're proud to do it. But you have to remember one thing. Nobody in the history of conflict ever saw himself as a monster.
Fuel scooping.
Everyone believes they're the hero of their own story. If you can't understand that,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
if you can't stand in the enemy's shoes, even for a second, and ask yourself why he thinks he needs to kill you, then you don't know what it means to be a soldier.
Alrighty.
Aidan Tanner, addressed to federal cadets, 3298. Admiral Aidan Tanner is a senior officer in the Federal Navy. He has served for more than 4 decades, and in 3303 was given significant responsibility in the struggle against the Thargoids, first being appointed to Chief of Federal Security and later to Chief Military Liaison for the Cross Superpower Initiative, Aegis. He is widely respected, even outside of federal space, for his conscientious and level-headed approach to conflict. Born in 3254, Tanner was expected to follow in the footsteps of his authoritarian father by becoming a doctor, but instead enlisted in the Federal Navy, along with a group of friends, in what he would later describe as a rash act of adolescent rebellion that I have not once regretted. Tanner's father died in 3277. The two never resolved their estrangement. Tanner's early naval career was anything but distinguished. Known to his comrades in arms as Spoonie for his habit of eating directly from food packets instead of using plates, he was distinguished more by his irreverent sense of humor than his competence. 6 months in, Tanner was found to be responsible for a scurrilous newsletter that satirized several senior officers, including Sergeant Burke Hazel, who was offended and deeply hurt. Hazel had taken a personal interest in Tanner and had encouraged him to persist when the cadet had struggled with basic training. Tanner's defense that he had been trying to improve morale was rejected, and though he was allowed to continue his service, he was marked as a potential insubordinate, a label that would later return to haunt him. Tanner's chief instructional officer, Commander Myra Dunstock, warned him to take military life more seriously. She took Tanner to a refugee facility, an experience he would later characterize as showing him what the military is there to prevent. Tanner recognized a last chance when he saw it, discarded his role as camp comedian, and threw himself into his training with unprecedented energy. The decisive incident in Tanner's career was the Autolycus mutiny of 3271. At the time, Tanner was serving as chief gunnery officer on board the FDN Autolycus, a Farragut-class battlecruiser, under the command of Captain Jaden Horn. The ship was dispatched to restore order at Cold Harbor Station, which had been occupied by rebels following a descent into civil disorder. Captain Horn's orders were to monitor the station and await reinforcements, but when contact with the station was abruptly lost, he became convinced an attack was imminent. Surveillance footage later showed Horn acting in an increasingly erratic fashion. He screamed orders, slurred his words, and struck an ensign for making a minor mistake. Seeing a group of civilian ships preparing to leave the station, Horn ordered Tanner to open fire, convinced they were about to ram the Autolycus. Tanner refused to obey the order, claiming it was unlawful and that Horn was unfit to command. In the time it took for a furious Horn to have Tanner thrown in the brig, the escaping ships had jumped out of the system. At Tanner's court-martial, Horn tried to use his history of rebelliousness against him, but an explosive series of revelations followed. The escaping ships had been carrying evacuees, and the station's apparent silence was in fact due to Horn himself, who had disabled shipborne communications without telling his crew. Horn, who it would later emerge had been suffering from lexalamine-induced psychosis, committed suicide mid-trial by hijacking a fighter and detonating a grenade inside the cockpit. Tanner was exonerated, receiving a commendation from President Antonia Madison
Scan detected.
No.
for his actions.
You figured pirates would wear something different besides the standard uniform. Like they would look like some kind of space pirate. The outfit would be different. Not wearing a helmet.
Cargo scope deployed. Programming limpet drone.
Let's see what we got.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Exciting! Woo!
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
So far, nothing good.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
I think I've already done this one. I can't remember.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Mm.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Let's listen to about Zachary Hudson.
Individuals. Zachary Hudson.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
The truth is that you cannot escape adversity. You have to stand up and face it. And that's how you get stronger. That's how you learn. Or maybe you miss a meal or two.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Maybe your
Ooh.
kids have dirty faces and shabby clothes.
Asteroid scan complete.
If that's what it takes to get you out looking for work, then so be it. I'm not gonna insult you by pitying you, because I know you can do better. And you know it too. I'm not a monster, despite what the liberals think. I believe in government aid, but I believe it should be reserved for times of genuine crisis. And being poor is not a crisis. People can do remarkable things when they're properly motivated, and that motivation is something no amount of government money can provide. Without it, we'd still be on Earth, jostling for whatever scraps of living space the state gave us.
Programming limpet drone.
I have a framed quotation on my wall.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Something my father used to say to me. When I got older, I found out it was by a man called Nuremberg, who lived a couple of thousand years ago. It says, certain divine rays break out of the soul in adversity, like sparks from the afflicted flint. Now you just think about that. Take all the time you need.
Zachary Hudson, Federal Times interview, 3293. Zachary Hudson is the president of the Federation, having won a vote of no confidence against the previous incumbent, Jasmina Halsey, in June 33-1.
Asteroid depleted.
Wow, that was quick.
Politically, Hudson is a
That was
Republican
quick.
and a hawk, unafraid to explore military solutions to problems. Hudson's parents were itinerant traders who made their home on their hauling vessel. From a young age, Hudson was burdened with responsibility. He would often be left in charge of his 5 younger siblings while his parents were off plying their trade, and has spoken of the long hours he would spend watching the cargo, with nothing but a rifle for company, in case raiders tried to steal it. The young Hudson greatly admired the military, and when he was old enough to begin trading himself, he made a point of offering pilots a discount on food and beer. Given the standard of food cartridge rations in most barracks and the low pay soldiers received, this effort was welcomed. When times were especially hard and there was no money to invest in stock, the Hudson family would land on Earth-like planets and hunt for game, which they would dress and sell themselves. Hudson has emphasized that this was perfectly legal. No matter how hungry they were, they never resorted to poaching. The President remains a keen hunter and enjoys taking diplomatic guests on hunting trips, cooking them dinner himself. Hudson reportedly takes particular pride in his steaks. Hudson's entrance into politics was marked by a growing sense that the federal government and its heavy taxes were making it harder for traders to earn a living, while rewarding those who did not want to work. When bureaucratic red tape prevented the family from docking for 24 hours, resulting in the loss of an entire cargo of perishable goods,
Program limpet drone.
Hudson decided to do something about it.
Prospector limpet failed.
Hudson has never served in the military, but he is generally regarded as one of us by the Federation Naval Command. His old
Prospector limpet engaged.
friend,
4.9%.
Vincent, is now Admiral of the fleet,
Asteroid scan complete.
and the two enjoy a close professional relationship. Hudson has given the military considerable support, investing in improved training facilities, cutting taxes for shipyards, and cultivating public respect for the armed forces.
Let's check out this big one down here. We'll check this one too.
Program limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Program limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
That's sad. This is a big rock like that.
Asteroid scan complete.
Let's see.
Individuals. Aisling Duval.
My grandfather had an heirloom he used to keep in our winter palace. It was a priceless marble statuette of one of our ancestors standing with his foot on a woman's neck, while she looks up at him in fear
Program limpet drone.
or adoration, probably both.
Prospector limpet failed.
I loathed it. It was commissioned to
Prospector limpet engaged.
commemorate some victory or other, but that wasn't the point of the thing.
Asteroid scan complete.
The message was clear, and it's the same one I've heard all my life. Deep down, the people we dominate are happy to be dominated. When I was 6 years old, I smashed it. The servants came running. My father stormed down the stairs in his gown. He asked if it was an accident. There was such a strange look in his eyes. I knew that if I said yes, nobody would argue.
I hear a fire crackling in the background while she's talking, like she's sitting next to an open fire. That's kind of cool.
Nothing more would be said. But I didn't. I stamped my foot and said, "No, Daddy. I did it on purpose." It's the same with tradition. The people
Program limpet drone.
who pass it on think it's precious.
Prospector limpet failed.
They expect you to cherish it and pass it on in turn. But what they think doesn't matter, because the responsibility rests with you. If you know
Prospector limpet engaged.
it's wrong, then you have to smash it. On
Asteroid scan complete.
purpose.
Aisling Duval. A fireside chat with Serena, 3301. Princess Aisling Duval, born in 3276, is a prominent member of the imperial royal family. The eldest child of the infamous Prince Harold, she had a troubled upbringing. Her father was notorious for his hedonistic lifestyle, while her mother, entertainer Imogen Eccentrica Gabriellini, died from an aneurysm shortly after Aisling's birth. The autopsy identified the cause of death as an overdose of purple sunflake, an obscure and expensive narcotic. But conspiracy theorists insisted that she was murdered to remove an embarrassment to the royal family. Aisling has indicated that she is aware of these rumors, but has never commented on them. Despite living a life of great privilege, Aisling has publicly embraced the cause of the less fortunate and become an outspoken opponent of slavery, something that has made her the target of fierce criticism from more traditionalist Imperials. But despite this criticism, Aisling is a popular figure with a widespread media presence. Her campaigning has brought definite benefits to many of the poorest in Imperial society, and gone some way towards easing tensions between the Empire and the Federation. Her critics, however, dismiss her as a puppet, doing the
Program limpet drone.
being in a shadowy circle of advisors.
Prospector limpet failed.
They claim there is no underlying coherence to Aisling's policies. To them, she is a naive and sentimental child, without the necessary experience for politics, backing one populist cause after another, always conscious
Prospector limpet engaged.
how her activism is affecting her brand.
Asteroid scan complete.
Significantly, the most savage of Aisling's critics and the staunchest of her defenders agree on a counterpoint to this, that her apparent vacuity is nothing but a front, carefully created in collusion with the very advisors whom others believe are exploiting her. The People's Princess, they argue, is exceptionally good at being underestimated. Following the death of
Program limpet drone.
Hengist Deval in 3301,
Prospector limpet failed.
Aisling was considered by many to be a viable contender for the imperial throne. As Aisling was born out of wedlock, however, and her father was removed from the line of succession on the grounds of mental
Prospector limpet engaged.
incapacity, Arissa Lavinie Deval was deemed to have the
Asteroid scan complete.
stronger claim.
Trying to decide which asteroid to scan next. There's this big one here I didn't notice.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
For the love of Pete.
Asteroid scan complete.
For the love of Pete! Is that my limpet drone, that blue dot on the asteroid? I thought it was on the other side. Oh. No, wait. I think I've scanned this thing twice. For the love of Pete.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
I'm going to edit the title to my stream here.
Collector limpet expired.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, stand by. I guess I can't edit until after I'm done. Alright. Let's see. Scan this one, then I'll scan the one to my right to the left.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
That's not too bad. It's got 28%.
Asteroid scan complete.
Alright, guys. I know this stream wasn't very exciting. It's just mining. But if you enjoyed the video, the stream, please consider leaving me a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I don't always do Elite Dangerous. I just decided to play this while I was streaming it. Decided to stream it while playing it. And I might do some fighting later or go on a hunt for prismatic shields. I've never done that yet. I've played this game off and on over the years of 2014 and for a month or two, and then I've taken a long break because I play other games. I can't stay on one game for too long. I get burned out, I guess, and then I come back and I get an itch to play this game again. So here we are. And mostly I was playing on PC. But I never got this far in money. Don't want to get too close here. Alright guys, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. And I'll see you guys next time.